What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about here on a daily basis. We got a lot of different things to talk about here today. We got some controversial footage here about Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene and some activists that you gotta see here. Also, we got some new information about checks going out to multiple different groups of Americans that could put money in your pockets. That's some good information here as well. We got several different things to go over here in this video. And let's jump right in. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below and the bell icon. It's completely free to do so. This way you won't miss out on new videos here on our YouTube channel. And you can support our YouTube channel by simply clicking the thumbs up button for us. That's it. That's all we ask. All right, let's jump right in. Here we go. So Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's she's a pretty active, controversial Republican from the House of Representatives. Marjorie Taylor Greene accused of kicking gun control activists as she confronts her over mass shootings. Here's the footage. Let me know your thoughts on this. I also found that the back and forth conversation very interesting on gun gun control. Let me know your thoughts here on this. Check this out.
You're getting kids shot in school.
Children.
You're helping kids get shot in school.
No, I'm not.
Record me. I don't give a fuck.
No,
You're helping.
You're a coward, is what you
How
are.
am I a coward?
You know what?
You're the one running away. You're the one running away.
No, gun rights protect people. That stops people from.
Oh yeah, what does gun rights do for all the kids who keep getting shots in school? How am I a coward? Representative
You're scared of guns.
Am I scared of guns?
You're scared of legal gun owners that want to protect their kids in school. Shame on you.
How?
Shame
on me?
Yeah, go move to another country where they take away your guns.
I want to live in a country where kids don't get shot. I want to live in a country where kids don't get shot. I don't think you like that.
Good. You know what?
So you like? So do you like living in a country where kids keep getting shot in school and dying?
We need access to the sidewalks. Yeah.
Aren't you the tourist guy?
You were not voting.
Yeah, you're the guy that said that the insurrection was just a group of tourists, right?
No, yes, you want to know how I'm voting?
Yeah, that was you. That was you. I recognize your face. So just to be clear,
Second Amendment prevent gun violence. The Second Amendment, how does the Second Amendment prevent gun violence?
You're the one that believes that
You
the
need to
insurrection
step out of the
was
way.
a tourist.
You're blocking a member of Congress.
Excuse me, ma'am.
You're blocking a member of Congress. You need to
Talking
stay
to
away.
members of Congress.
You can't block members of Congress.
We are talking.
You literally cannot do that. That's against the
We're literally unpaid.
I have a quick question. I was in Boulder during the Colorado shooting at the supermarket where 10 people were murdered down the street.
You know what? I support people to protect themselves with their guns, okay?
What
You know
do you
what?
say to the
You know
children
what?
that keep getting shot?
Murder is illegal. Murder is illegal.
shouldn't-
No, you know what?
Shouldn't Americans have the right to go to the grocery store
Americans
without
should have the
having
right
the
to
fear to
protect
be
themselves.
murdered?
Americans should have the right to
Yes, sir.
protect
Yes, sir.
themselves. Gun-free zones is where people die. Gun-free zones
People
is
died
what
in the
causes
grocery
people to
store.
die.
Down my-
Yeah,
It was a
gun-free
Yeah.
zone.
Oh.
Gun-free zone. Look
Was
it up.
the Texas
Gun-free zones kill
grocery
people.
was the
Gun-free
Texas
zones
grocery
kill
store
people.
gun free zone? It
Gun-free
was not.
zones kill
It was
people.
not, and it's an open carry state.
Like I said, you guys should move to some country where you can't have guns.
Okay, so
There's plenty
you're
of
telling me
them.
to move
Yeah.
out of the country.
The-
That is your
the
official
whole world
position as
is
a
an
member of Congress.
all-you-can-eat buffet
You're
of governments.
Okay,
Move
so
to one
I
that
just
fits
want
your
to be.
beliefs.
I just want to be.
But right here in
official
America,
position-
we're going to defend
Your
our Second
official
Amendment
position as
rights.
a member of Congress is that I should move out of the country.
No, you have a free choice. Go somewhere else. We have the Second Amendment here.
So your
We
official
love it.
position
You
as
know
a
what?
member
We
of
will always
Congress
protect our
is that
Second
I should
Amendment.
move out because I don't want kids getting shot in school.
I'm going to protect our Second Amendment. It's great.
Again, I'm not
You want to
interested
know
in
why?
talking to you
Because I'll
you
always
think- you
defend
think the
myself.
insurrection
I'll defend
was
my
a tourist.
children. I'll defend my home, especially from people like you.
So, what do you think of that? What do you think of the footage where she kicked the woman in front of her? A lot of people talking about that. Also, more so the kind of conversation here about the Second Amendment gun rights. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the congresswoman, said, um, that, oh, the shootings happened because they were gun-free zones. Well, we obviously know Texas is not a gun-free zone where the Uvalde shooting happened, and the shooting where Boulder, Colorado, where that woman said that she was right down the street in Boulder, Colorado, in a grocery store. Well, that is actually an open carry state in an open carry area in Boulder, Colorado. You can see here, is Colorado an open carry state? Open carry is legal in Colorado for any person who is at least 18 years old and who can legally possess a firearm, except in Denver County and other posted areas. Well, that's in Boulder County, not Denver. It's near Denver, but it's actually in Boulder County. So it's actually an open carry state and open carry county. You know, Marjorie Taylor Greene's exact tweet here, this is from her exact Twitter account, says, "These foolish cowards want the government to take away guns and the rights of parents to defend their children in schools." Um, obviously, that didn't happen in Uvalde. You have to be an idiot to think gun control will create a utopian society where criminals disarm themselves and obey the law. Gun-free zones kill people. That supermarket that they were talking about was not a gun-free zone. It's an open carry county and state. So let me know your thoughts here in the comment. Yeah, this is one of the major things going into the election here. A lot of people have this on their minds. A lot of people are going to be voting on items like this. Whether you're pro-gun or pro-safety, it's this is one of the major items on the block here for Americans, along with women's choice or pro-life. Another major thing here that people are voting on. Some states have actually put it on the ballot as well. The state of Kansas actually put it on the ballot, even though they're a somewhat deep red state. They reconfirmed the vote and recounted them, and they did confirm that yes, the people voted and said that they wanted to keep it at women's choice and make it legal so that the government couldn't control a woman's body. So this is and again, you guys can let me know your thoughts here in the comments. But Kansas put it on the ballot and let the people decide instead of the politicians. Let me know your thoughts here. Well, a lot of people are going to be showing up to vote here one way or another with a lot of these things, going on here in our country. There's a lot of these things are on the block. Same thing with student loan forgiveness, which is the latest stimulus program to help 43 million Americans of $10,000 to $20,000 of forgiveness to help low and middle income Americans, as opposed to, for once, people are getting some relief here. We also have a food stamp forgiveness program coming here this month as well. It could be another 40 million Americans. And we're also seeing a lot of programs on the state level. We have at least 32 different states now by count that are helping people. And we actually have some new information here as well. Check this out. Stimulus check from Missouri. Senator proposes up to $325 in tax rebates. I think it's double that for married couples. This is another deep red state here. So here's the, deep red, obviously Republican controlled. Here's the details on this. Taxpayers in Missouri may get some monetary help before the end of the year if a new proposal is approved. The new proposal would give eligible taxpayers a stimulus check from Missouri of up to $325. This proposal was introduced on Wednesday, a few days ago, during the special legislative session called by Governor Mike Parson, who wants to cut income taxes. Stimulus check from Missouri, a proposal for now. Senator Lincoln Hugh proposed the plan to send rebate checks, aka stimulus checks, is pretty much the same name, to eligible taxpayers. Under the proposal, taxpayers with an income of less than 150,000, it's pretty high. They could probably cut that, but nonetheless, that's the number they come up with, or less, would qualify for a rebate of $325 per person, while couples earning less than 300,000 annually would get up to $650. So this is the new proposal from a Republican state. Again, sometimes it's Republican states, sometimes it's Democrat states. I don't get to choose this. I just report this stuff and let you guys know what's going on here. And hopefully this one comes through here as well. The proposal also calls for phasing out additional reductions in the overall income tax rate if the state revenue meets certain thresholds. The reductions would end if the rate hits 4.5%. And the proposal calls for tax breaks for agricultural businesses as well. Hugh's proposal is similar to a rebate check plan that Mike Parsons vetoed in June. Wow. The spending bill that Parsons vetoed would have given a rebate of up to $500 to each person reporting taxable income. So you guys can let me know that. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. At the time, Parsons, let me see here, Mike Parson, who the governor of Missouri, who is a Republican, he's been the governor since 2018. He argued that the plan lacked enough money to fund the full rebate, and the states should come up with a permanent measure rather than sending rebate checks. He also vetoed a bill that aims to offer incentives for rural areas, saying the proposed 2-year sunset was impractical. On Wednesday, however, the governor asked the lawmakers to add rural incentives to the bill and give them a 6-year sunset. Apart from Hugh, 10 more lawmakers came up with a proposal on how to use state taxes. More than 24 proposals were filed Wednesday, with 10 bills supporting cuts in income. One was in favor of reducing the corporate income tax, leaving the personal income tax untouched. What does the governor want? Hugh, who is expected to be part of the Senate Appropriations Committee next year, proposed a plan on opening day. The Republican governor wants the legislature to support his call for a $700 million election year tax cut by reducing the income tax rate from 5.3% to 4.8%. He also wants to increase the standard deduction for single filers by $2,000 and for couples. That would help people as well. Parson argues that the time is right for the tax cut because the state's general revenue fund through July 31st was over $4.2 billion. Moreover, the state got more than $9.8 billion in federal pandemic aid since 2020. So they got basically $10 billion in federal aid and $4.2 billion of surplus since July. So it's probably more than that as well. So that's basically about $15 billion because, again, there's probably more money in there now as well, but that's at least $14 billion right there. So let me know your thoughts on this. This is the latest proposal here. I'll keep you up to date on this. Next up, the state of Georgia. This is one that's passed. This is millions of people in Georgia are getting another relief check. And here's how you qualify for the $350 checks. The money comes from a $1.2 billion distribution plan. This one is passed. Here's the details on this. New plans have been announced to give $1.2 billion of federal COVID relief funds to people who live in Georgia and need it the most. More than 3 million people in Georgia, that's a lot of people, 3 million people, receiving state benefits will be given $350 left over from the American Rescue Plan, $1.2 billion worth. going out to over 3 million people in Georgia. In order to qualify, you must receive assistance from Medicaid, food stamps, cash welfare assistance, or subsidized health insurance for children. So that is how you qualify. The assistance will come from the assistance will help some of Georgia's most vulnerable citizens cope with the continued negative economic impact of the pandemic health emergency and 40-year high inflation caused by the disastrous policies that were implemented by the Biden administration. That's a quote from the governor, Brian Kemp, who is a Republican. Again, you can let me know your thoughts on this. It's just his quote. The payments are projected to roll out in September. Here on the Georgia Governor website, it says, do you have to apply to receive the cash payment? No, you do not have to apply for this one-time cash assistance payment. Eligible Georgians that were on those programs that we mentioned will have information regarding the status of members in the household posted in their Check My Benefits case selection screen of their Gateway account beginning September 19th, 2022. You will see your client ID number on the left side of your screen. Save this number and do not share with anyone. You will need it to claim your virtual payment. This is on the dfcs.georgia.gov website. Eligible recipients include Georgians who were enrolled and actively receiving Medicaid, SNAP, or TANF benefits on July 31st. DHS will be communicating with eligible Georgians through the Georgia Gateway portal. All potentially eligible Georgians should log into their Georgia Gateway accounts and ensure their personal information and contact preferences are up to date. Eligible Georgians will receive the cash assistance payments beginning in mid-September. Let me know if you have received this yet. It said that they would have that other information on September 19th, so I don't know if they're going out yet. Will I receive the cash payment? Will it go on my SNAP or TANF card? No. These cash assistance payments will be provided to eligible Georgians outside of the current benefit payment cards. Virtual payments will be issued to eligible Georgians who have their contact preference set to email or email and U.S. mail in the Georgia Gateway. Instructions on how to redeem the virtual payment will be included in the email communication when the payment is issued. Plastic cards will be mailed to eligible Georgians who do not have their email address listed in the gateway. Note that paper checks will not be issued. What if I enrolled after the cutoff date? Cash assistance will not be provided to those who enrolled after the cutoff date of July 31st, 2022. If you want to look up this website, you can Google Department of Human Services, Division of Family and Children Services, cash assistance to Medicaid, SNAP, and or TANF recipients for Georgia. You'll probably find this page. And in today's episode of You Can't Make This Stuff Up, this one is amazing. A dinosaur mummy was found. Researchers believe they have found one of the best preserved dinosaurs ever in Canada. They believe it to be a full dinosaur mummy lodged inside a hillside. The University of Reading in the United Kingdom announced last week. So, researchers in Canada discovered parts of what they believed to be in a hillside. The University of Reading in the United Kingdom announced. A little bit confusing there. The two exposed fossils, a foot and a part of the tail clad in fossilized skin, are believed to belong to a juvenile duck-billed hadrosaur dinosaur that died somewhere between 77 to 75 million years ago. 10 million years before dinosaurs went extinct. Scientists began excavating it to remove it. It's so well preserved, you can see the individual scales, tendons, and it looks like there's going to be skin over the entire animal. Here is the picture of it coming out of the hillside. And then also here is another picture of it up close where you can see the actual preserved like dinosaur skin, which is absolutely amazing because if you think about like the movies Jurassic Park and stuff like that, you think about that and you always wondered like what dinosaur, skin or like reptile skin would be like. You can kind of see it here. And it does kind of resemble like maybe like what like an iguana skin would look like or type of like a reptile skin like that or something. It really truly is amazing how it's kind of like preserved there. And then you can see another picture here of what they have exposed already. So this is what they have exposed, this part here and this part here. And here is what all is in the rock still and what could still be in there, the whole rest of the dinosaur, still awaiting discovery. So imagine how cool that could be, that there could be the whole dinosaur inside there. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, so let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Pretty cool stuff in this world, right? To think that tens of millions of years ago, there were dinosaurs roaming around, and who knows, maybe we were here, maybe we weren't. I don't know. Maybe there were I don't know, little versions of us running around, and maybe we were intermingling with the dinosaurs. Maybe not. Let me know what you think here. I'll keep you up to date here with everything going on in our country on a daily basis. Make sure to subscribe down below to our YouTube channel. If you haven't yet, it's completely free to do so you don't miss out on new videos. Click the bell icon after you subscribe. Remember that new videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can see my newest video on other checks going out to millions of Americans here in this video. And here's my newest video on Social Security raises of up to $2,400. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.